Hi friends, today I'm super excited to introduce you to Fukkuda's electric arc lighter. This is it. It's about the size of a pencil, maybe just a little bit longer. It is sleek. It's a sleek, nice, sleek design. Not big, not bulky like so many of the little gas lighters that we're used to. And not only that, but it's also got electric arc technology. So that means rather than what we're so used to with these, where these can run out of the gas or propane, whatever it is that these used to be, these are being lit with, you're familiar with them. We've had them for the past couple decades, which at the time when I remember, I'm probably making myself sound older than I am, but I do remember when these kind of lighters came out and being so excited because I didn't have to use matches anymore. But I also still remember the frustration when these things would run out of gas or whatever fuel it is that's lighting them. In fact, short story really quickly, but I have an entire drawer in my kitchen dedicated to these kind of lighters, and I have 13 in them. I knew that probably half of them were no longer good, right? But I've been holding on to them. So this past weekend, we're celebrating my daughter's 10th birthday, and I figured, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the ones that no longer work. So I had one of my older teenage sons help me, and we went through all 13 of them. I'm thinking at least half of them are still good, but it turns out all of them but this one were bad. They wouldn't light. They no longer had any juice left in them. This one did, and if you're familiar with these lighters, remember, you've got to push and then pull, so it can be difficult, especially for elderly people, even children. Not that children should be playing with lighters, but I'm gonna confess too, they're difficult for me too sometimes. So sometimes you go to light them, just like I did, and nothing happens, right? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And that's the frustration with these things. Sometimes they light, sometimes they don't. Sometimes if you're outside and you're trying to light a fire at a campfire, right, around the pit, the wind, right, you're going to light it. This thing goes out because the wind's too strong. What is wonderful about these electric arc lighters is that the wind's not going to cause any problems. And that's because it's flameless. Okay, so let's go over a few things. Unlike these guys that we're so familiar with, that we love, right? Think about it. If you want to be, if you're conscious about like saving the world, right, and conserving things, and not like putting extra waste out there into the world, I just threw away 12 of these. Okay, that's a lot of plastic, right? And not only a lot of plastic, but look at these things. They're big, they're bulky. That's why I needed to have a whole entire drawer in my kitchen dedicated to them. These things, on the other hand, you only need one. You're not going to throw them away because these will last forever. These actually are rechargeable. See this right here? It's rechargeable. You get the little cord that comes along with it. It's just a standard universal charging cord. If you lose this for whatever reason, I'm sure you can find any around your house. I'm sure that you have multiple items around your house that have these kind of cords too. So go ahead and make sure that you're charging it. But yeah, you're not going to be throwing these things away. And that's because all you need is one. Unless if you're like me, where you want to put one in your basket for camping, one in your, or not basket, but your camping gear, right? You want to keep one in your kitchen. You want to keep one in your shed outdoors so that when you want to go outside with your fire pit, you have a lighter out there available. So pick up a few, right? But my point is, you're not going to be tossing these like you're tossing these, and you're not going to be wasting tons of plastic. I love these. Again, look at how sleek and nicely designed these are, as opposed to these big honking guys. It's a lot of save space, okay? And what's cool is, again, these use the electric arc technology. So let me show you and explain what that is. As long as this is charged, you've got 4 little dots right here. Once I turn it on, you'll see 4 dots. Right now, I believe I've used this a little bit, so I think that it's got 3 dots. So I will need to recharge this here soon so that I have it available whenever I need it. Make sure that you, as you handle this, that you're handling it correctly, that you've got the right side up. Okay, so charging port down at the bottom. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and just slide this. You know how simple that is. And then, as I said, you've got the 3 of the 4 dots lit up, so I've still got some power here. If I don't use this and turn this on within 7 seconds, it automatically turns off. So you just saw that, right? That's a nice safety feature. So again, I turn it on, but if I don't use it within the 7 seconds, it automatically turns off. okay? However, if I push this button, you can see it's turned on, and you can hear it a little bit too. That's that electric arc technology. Super cool. And that's all you got. It's flameless. You don't need to worry about wind blowing it out. And again, as long as you've charged it regularly, you've got juice and power. And again, it turned off because I didn't return it back on. The other safety feature obviously is if you're done using it, go ahead and just slide this back down, right? Never touch this because this does get hot. Slide this back down, and then you're good to store it away, okay? Obviously, this is super simple as opposed to one of these old guys, right? That sometimes turn on, sometimes don't turn on. You don't need to sit there and struggle. You're not gonna get frustrated because again, it's super simple to turn on, okay? Do make sure that you keep this out of the hands grips of children, right? This is obviously, there's a lot of hazards when it comes to fire. This is a fire igniter, so do not let children play with this. Again, don't touch the top where the current of electricity is. And then it does say, like if you're lighting something like a candle, you don't even need to like, with the flames, we're so used to like, oh, I've got to like touch the wick, right? And here's where a couple times I kind of failed because I'm so used to always having to touch the wick. This, you just have it right next to it. You don't need to touch the wick. So let me just show you how simple this is. And again, we're so used to using these. So sometimes it takes a little minute or two to untrain yourself and train yourself with a new device. But we're gonna go ahead and just light it there. And there you go. It's just simple. Simple, so easy. And again, I didn't have to touch the wick. It was just close enough that the electric arc technology, it conducted the energy onto the wick. So super simple, super easy to use. Check it out one more time. This is Fukkuda's. I believe I said that right. That's Fukkuda, Fukkuda's electric arc lighter. I love it. Go out, get yourself one. Better yet, get yourself a couple so that you can keep them where you need them. Check it out.